like a little nugget on a stage of rock stars here. But I have two things on my heart, and I'll share those with you. First of all, the Williams family is very special to me, and I consider myself a charter member in the Williams family fan club. Jeff, Karen, Natalie, Suzanne, and Ryan. We met when the oldest, Natalie, came to Martin, and just as most of you were actively involved parents, Jeff and Karen, and I'm going to speak of both of them for a few minutes, they jumped right in. So there wasn't a booster club, let's say three-peat on choir, three-peat on Bahama Bash, volleyball, golf, student leadership, anything that I asked them to do, they did. And they kind of switched back and forth between who was Robin to the other one's Batman, because they were that dynamic of a duo. And yet, you know, as your kids graduate, go on to Texas Tech, you know, many of us, we say, okay, our time in the schools, we're finished. We don't have to keep doing that. We can go on and do some other things. Jeff Williams didn't say that. So you can tell by his opening remarks how much education is important to him, how much he values that. And fast forward these last couple of years, I've been fortunate to work with him on, I wasn't on the capital needs steering committee, but the offshoot of that was the bond package. And, you know, as an educator, when I know a man is offering to serve as mayor who embraces education as the foundation, education for individuals is the great equalizer. We need that in our community. Education for groups is the tide that lifts all boats. Education for a community is the difference between simply surviving and thriving. For societies on a grand scale, what makes the difference when you study the rise of people? Well, it's through education. And so as a career educator, it certainly warms my heart and makes me feel very good about a man who realizes that that's a key dynamic in our city. And so under his leadership, I can only imagine the partnerships that the Arlington School District will have with this city. I have worked with him on a committee as a team, and he is selfless, as others have said. He'll be the first to tell you, well, it was a team effort. Well, that's what any winner will tell you, that it is a team effort, and yet a championship team needs a leader. A leader is one who empowers those around him, who has a vision, who can inspire, who can motivate, who also knows when it's time to roll up the sleeves and get down in the trenches and work with you, and yet when's that right time to stand up and say, let's roll. Team Williams, are you with me? Jeff Williams. Jeff Williams is a transformative leader. Jeff Williams needs to be our next mayor. Team Williams, it's up to us.